Good morning, grade 8. We have done first two tests of congruence of triangles. Let us go for the third test, and that is ASA test. Now A stands for angle, S stands for side, and A stands for angle again. That means this side is included between these two angles. If you look at these two triangles, can you see these two angles are there? Okay. So angle X is equal or congruent. It has same measure as angle D. So these two angles are same. They have same measures, and X, Z and F, these two angles have same measures. Now this side in between these two angles is included side. Why it is said included? This angle is like this and Z angle is, so this arm, both the angles have this arm as common, and that's the reason we call it as included side. In between two angles lies this side. So this side is called as included side. So what is ASA test? The name itself tells you. Two angles and included side of one triangle is correspondingly equal or congruent to two angles and included side of the other triangle. Then we say two triangles are congruent by ASA test. You can write in your own words also. This is given in your textbook. You can see all the tests are given on page number 86. I have taken this from page number 86. Okay, page 86. This is given, but you can write in your own words also. See, if two angles of a triangle and a side included by them are congruent with two corresponding angles and the side included by them of the other triangle, then the triangles are congruent by ASA test. Okay, or in simple words, what you can say? Two angles and included side of one triangle, if they are correspondingly equal to the two angles and included side of the other triangle, then two triangles are said to be congruent by ASA test. I hope it is clear. Let's go for next test now. So this is the third test. Which was the first one we have said? We have seen first one was SAS, second is SSS, and third is ASA. Now let's go for the fourth test, and that is AAS test. Okay, fourth test we will do now. Now let's go for another test, students. The name itself tells you. It is AAS test. Two angles and one side. Now this side is not between the angles. That means this is non-included side. Okay, look at these two triangles. Angle A is equal to angle P. Angle B is equal to angle Q. Now this angle is like this. And angle B is like this. This is included side, but this is not involved. BC side is equal to QR side given. This is non-included side. That means this side is not common. Okay. This side is not common for both, or it is not included in both these angles. It is lying as one arm of one angle only. Even same is with this side. Even though it would have been like this, if this is not there, imagine, if this is not there and like this is given, then also these two are non-included sides. It is not coming in between two angles. Only this is included side. So even this is also an example of AAS test. But here we have shown this, so I am coming back because we have written there BC is congruent to QR. This is just for your information. Alright. So what we have written, if two angles of a triangle, see, if two angles of a triangle and a side which is not included by them, these three things are congruent with the corresponding angles, and a corresponding side which is not included, then these two triangles are congruent by AAS test. See students, if it is ASA, this is included side. If side is outside, it is not between angles, then it is non-included side. So this word is very, very important. Not included. Okay? Fine? Or in your simple language, what you can say? Two angles, okay, and one non-included side of one triangle when it is correspondingly congruent. Okay? To the two angles and non-included side of the other triangle, then two triangles are congruent by AAS test. Students, you have to pause the video, write the name of test, write down this, draw the diagram and write this as well. Alright, so 2 tests we have seen. So it becomes 4 now, and let us go for the 5th test. 5th test is hypotenuse side test. Okay, let's go for that. Now let's go for hypotenuse side test. Hypotenuse word itself tells you that it is related to right angle triangle. Alright. So if hypotenuse is there, you have to consider 2 right angle triangles. So this test is specially for 2 right angle triangles. So see now, hypotenuse and side. So if there are 2 right angle triangles and hypotenuse of one triangle is correspondingly equal to the hypotenuse of the other triangle, and one side of the first triangle is correspondingly equal to the other side of the second triangle apart from hypotenuse, then 2 triangles are congruent by hypotenuse side test. Why I have shown this 90 degrees sign? It is to specify that it is a right angle triangle, because this test is applicable only to right angle triangle. So there should be one hypotenuse and one side of one triangle should be correspondingly equal to hypotenuse and one side of the other triangle. Now this side can be either this or this. If this is not there, for example, and if it is like this, then this is also hypotenuse side test, doesn't matter. Okay, there should be one side and one hypotenuse, but it should be correspondingly equal side. You can't say that these 2 triangles are congruent by hypotenuse. You can see that opposite to this angle is congruent to this angle, obviously. You see this is small, and therefore hypotenuse and corresponding side is the word used. This side is opposite to angle P, and angle P is equal to angle X. So opposite to X should be this side. So you can't have one side this and another side this one. So both should be same as per one-to-one correspondence of vertices. Are you understanding me? And that is why corresponding word is very important. Okay. See now, if the hypotenuse and the side of a right angle triangle are congruent with hypotenuse and corresponding side of the other right angle triangle, then 2 triangles are congruent with each other. Is this clear, students? Alright, so we have seen all the 5 tests. Let us solve only one problem related to this, so you will have an idea. And let's revise also all the 5 tests. Names. So first was which test? First was SAS test, that is side angle side, included angle was there. Okay. Then next was SSS test. Then we had ASA test, where included side was there. Okay, and then 4th we had AAS test, and 5th we had hypotenuse side test. Let us go for 13.1 first problem we will do. Now see 13.1 first question. 2 triangles are given, you can see they have given equal marks. That means this angle is equal to this angle. Both are given W vertex. Here are 2 angles. So I have specified that is in triangle WXZ and WYZ. First is this is angle and this is triangle. You please look very carefully. XWZ. This angle is congruent to angle YWZ. Okay, these 2. Then we have side WX, it is given, is congruent to side WY. That is what I have written. And can you see WZ is common to both the triangles. Therefore, WZ is congruent, side is congruent to itself, and therefore WZ is congruent to WZ. So we have 2 sides and 1 angle. How is that angle? This angle is included in these 2 sides, and therefore we say triangle WXZ is congruent to triangle WYZ by SAS test. 2 sides and 1 included angle. So I have written in between. Now second question in that only we have to write one-to-one correspondence of vertices. So this angle is equal to this, so W will go with W. X is equal to Y, and therefore X vertex is in one-to-one correspondence with Y, and Z will go with Z. So this is one-to-one correspondence, you can write in this way also. WXZ is in one-to-one correspondence with WYZ. Is this clear? Okay, so that's all from my side for today, students. Thank you.